The woman noticed something strange while meditating. With her eyes closed, her whole body was covered with countless hands, and they were tearing her body apart. The woman suddenly felt uncomfortable, so she looked down, only to see an ant, not a human hand. At first she didn't take it seriously, but when she looked to the side, she saw the floor crawling with ants, so she followed their trail, and came to the front, only to find they were heading to a hole in the wall. Daisy couldn't understand, so she hurried outside the wall to check, but it was pitch black and she couldn't see anything. Unknowingly, her scalp suddenly started to itch badly. Daisy still had no idea what was happening, but strange things kept happening over the next few days. She would scratch her head at work out of habit, and even while going to bed with her boyfriend at night, her hands would subconsciously scratch her scalp. Gradually, it became more serious. Daisy even tried using a file to scratch her scalp. She seemed completely possessed, until one day when she went to the warehouse to get something. What happened finally made her realize the danger. She was just digging through some old stuff, but then heard strange footsteps behind her. When she stepped out to look, all the lights suddenly turned on, and the footsteps turned into the sound of a girl crying. Could someone be in danger in the warehouse? Daisy rushed forward to check, but found the sound came from the right side warehouse.
I won't hurt you.
Daisy was horrified to see there was no crying girl in the warehouse, only ants crawling all over the place. As Daisy was confused, a black figure suddenly appeared in the mirror and grabbed her. Luckily it was just the warehouse manager, but after this Daisy became cautious. She hurried home, found the hole, and sealed it tightly with cement. But unfortunately, the scalp itching didn't get better. Late at night, an ant crawled into Daisy's nostril. She was sleeping on the couch and suddenly felt strange. The ant in her nose made her cough violently. It felt like she was about to suffocate. And then, she threw up thousands of ants. Daisy's body seemed to be controlled by the ants, but after sunrise, it all seemed like a dream. But too many strange things had happened lately. Daisy could only search online for clues, but found no answers. Until a few days later, while doing crafts, she made an unexpected discovery. An album suddenly fell from the cabinet. She remembered it seemed to be her parents' album, but her mother died when she was very young. Yet when Daisy opened it, she unexpectedly found her mother's arms were full of red dots. Daisy quickly used a magnifying glass to look. They were all scratch marks. Could her mother have gone through this too? With questions, Daisy drove to see her father. Her father had become depressed after her mother died. He worked at a monastery on the surface, but secretly he was an addict. Daisy didn't want to see him, but now her scalp itched so badly. She had no choice but to ask him. But Daisy got no answers. She asked if her mother had any illness, but her father kept saying it was a curse. And during their talk, Daisy noticed her father also scratched himself subconsciously. Daisy got no clear answer, only more questions. Helplessly she prepared to drive home, but then noticed, because she had scratched her scalp too much, her head now had red blood stains. Even while driving, Daisy kept scratching desperately. Even though she had this strange illness, she couldn't give up work, especially since she was a speaker. But that day while filming a promo, she was fine one moment, but after a few minutes, Daisy seemed to see